I'm Stacy J. Welcome here today. Fate has brought you here to know a fabric from the vault I will sew. Hang out and you will see just what the garment will be.
Hi, I'm Stacy J and this is my studio, and I'd like to say welcome back to anyone who has been watching me, and welcome to anybody that is new. Today is Friday the 27th. Don't know why I told you that, but felt like saying that anyway. And today I'm going to talk about my fabric wheel of fate. Now, it's been about a month since the last time I did one, and a lot has happened in that month. So normally I like to turn around my fabric fate, a wheel of fabric fate fabric. I like to turn it around in about a week, but unfortunately life has happened, and if you have been watching me, you know life has happened a lot. So what have I got? I have got this fabric here. This is the translucenty, see-throughy, can't open it, can't give you one layer. Hang on a sec, 1 second, there we go. So it's quite see-through fabric, because you can pretty much see my t-shirt through it. Okay, it is just white and black with nice florals, just that sort of fabric, you know, a little bit lighter than a rayon, a little bit heavier than a chiffon. So that was my last selection. Now my thought power for this entire thing was a blouse or a top or something along those lines, until Teresa said she could visualize a flimsy floaty skirt from it. So that made me start thinking of a flimsy floaty skirt. Now I don't know how flimsy or floaty it's going to be, because I can't wear it for at least another 3-4 months until the season starts turning warm. Bless you, Willow. Till the season starts turning warm. Bless you, Willow. And I can... Bless you. I can wear it. So what I've got on at the minute is a flimsy floaty skirt, and I will show you the pattern I used. Now it's a McCall's pattern. It's M8150. That's the pattern there, and there's the line drawings. Okay, so what I did, this is actually the pattern that my student is making. She traced it out, she's cut it out. Unfortunately, I went to a funeral on Tuesday and I had to cancel postpone the last lesson with her between school holidays. So I don't have her for 2 weeks now. And I thought better we start the sewing the next lot of 10 weeks of school. So anyway, so that's what I thought I would make. Now she will be making number A, and I made A, only because I knew it was long enough for me to wear, because I don't wear little short mini skirts. I think I've passed that age. Funny story, short skirt. Mum dropped me off at the ATM to get some money out, and the wind between the two buildings flew up my skirt and lifted my skirt straight up as a carload of boys went past and tooted and honked their horn. Oh well. I have no idea who they were, so I still don't, so I'm over it. Anyway, that was a funny story though. Mum killed herself laughing. So I have made a skirt. I have made skirt A. Now I'll put photos of me up here and me twirling in it. So do I think it really fully suits my body? I don't know. I don't think I should have a baggy top over the top of it. I feel that it has to be like a bodysuit or something underneath, and to wear I will Sneezy's just popped on outside. So yeah, so that's what I thought I'd make with it. And yeah, I was going to make a peasant blouse, but I'm glad Teresa said, hey, how about a skirt? And I have done that. So thank you very much for your input. It was greatly received. Now, yeah, like I said, I'm not shapely. I am like a tube with a bust, and I don't know if it suits me as such, but I think, yeah, I'd wear it. I'd still wear it. Still getting used to my hair. Yeah, so there you go. That is what I made out of it. I found it a very basic, very easy pattern, which is great because my student's doing it. I didn't like some factors in it. In the second tier there, they actually sew it on the outside. So instead of right sides together, fold it out, and then top stitch it down, they didn't do that. I did that though. I did it the better way, and I will be teaching my student how to do it the better way, the cleaner way. It's not as raw edgy going on there. So yeah, and I quite like it. It's quite easy. The ruffles, of course, were ruffles, and they did their ruffleness. I used my ruffle foot and gathered it in, which made it a little bit faster and easier. I'll be teaching her how to do it manually with the threads pulling and all that sort of stuff. Yep. But I found it a very, very basic, easy pattern to do, which is good. Good. I made a straight size 14. And yeah, fits. I don't have to worry too much about things going over my hips because my hips are relatively narrow. So for the waistband, it's not too baggy around there, if that makes sense. It's sort of just, yeah. So there you go. That's what I made with it. So the next step is to go on to, I'm just going to push you back on my little table, is go on to the other fabrics we have. So currently we have used the red cord and we've used the black and white flimsy fabric. So the next ones are, let me go over them again, our snakeskin stretch denim like fabric. It's got quite a nice good stretch to it. So I've got that. I thought I wrote how much I had of each of them, but I guess I did not. I have this gorgeous green cotton, right, which is narrow, so, but it's got a nice heaviness about it. It's almost heavier than a quilting cotton. It's nice and heavy. Then we've got this really wacky-do black with the embroidered on it. It smells really pretty. I have washed all these, hence me smelling it. So that was actually just the black spot on my wheel. Okay, and then we've got, I'll sneezy once back in, this gorgeous corduroy. Okay, is the other one I have. So, shall we get down to business? I'll let the little puppy in and then we'll go from there. Okay, I've got it on the table and I'm just going to drag you guys down to it. Okay, so we are in the spin. Okay, so this is gone. I might actually just pull that off. Oh, and this is gone. Now let's see what comes next. Right, 4 left. Let's give it a big spin. There we go. Right, it's landed in that line there. And our spin, this is the winner. Okay. No idea what I'm going to make with this. It is, it's about 2 meters. Maybe just over 2 meters, and wide it is 150. Oh, it's got a stretch to it. Something I should have known. Oops, no idea where I got it from. No idea whatsoever. So that's my next fabric. Black. I guess that's the end of episode 2 of season 2 of my Fabric Wheel of Fate. Big shout out to Carol for starting this up. It is going to definitely get me through my fabrics. I worked a little faster last season due to the fact Mother Nature didn't have a breakdown on me. But yeah, so there you go. That is the next one. Getting there. So far I've made my hat with my bags, my little skirt, and yeah, there you go. So stay tuned. If not, go into others. I'm going to find the lists that Carol had in her latest Wheel of Fate, and I'm going to pop them down in there so that you can have a look. If you're out there and you feel like you need to do this as well, do it. It is fun. It gets your mind going. And like I said, I was on a shirt with this particular fabric that I've just used, and Teresa was the one who sort of said, hey, this is what I'd like to see in it. So yeah, I can't say I'm unhappy with it. I don't wear too many skirts, so this is another one to go into my little wardrobe of skirtness. And yeah, there you go. That's me. Okay, everyone, stay well, stay warm, stay dry, keep cool, keep on sewing. It's raining out there a little bit today. It's been a bit the last few days, but that's what you get in winter, isn't it? And hydrate, keep on sewing, and have no regrets. Don't regret my pretty little skirt. Probably regret I don't have a top to go with it just yet, so might have to be thinking me about that. Or maybe the Bonnie in a white top. I don't know. Okay, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Subscribe, like, and share, just to let me know that you care.